me just saying, that's a hard one to beat. Thanks for sharing that, Scott, and being vulnerable. That's super inspiring. What I'm here to talk to you about, let's see how this works. Big green button. Oh. How to build a culture from nothing. Let me tell you what I mean by that. My story before we had a rich culture. Back in 2020, half the problem were we had the wrong people on the bus. And then another part of that was I was scared to fire those people. I held on to them way too long. Other half of the problem was showing how I care about them in more ways than one. It wasn't the fact that I didn't care about them. I was in the weeds. I was stressed out about my bad employees, and I did not take the time to show how I care about them. Performance pay is also awesome, but money does not build a culture. I'm a huge believer in performance pay. I don't have a mic, but we have multiple tiers of performance pay. Okay, we have multiple tiers of performance pay. Like I said, I'm a huge believer in it, but money alone is not going to build a culture. You need to do it, but you need to do more for your people. Today, employees, at least the millennials, they care about also the intangibles. The cancers in my business back in 2020 essentially rotted out 95% of my team. I made a commitment the month of January of 2021 that I was not going to be a reason why my culture sucked. Things I would do for them, giving them almost zero room for the reason for them not to say why they quit was because their boss sucked. Employees, even the terminated ones, simply don't think it anymore. And I'm not just trying to say that to being cocky saying that statement. In fact, the past 2 years, I've had a handful of terminated employees try to come back to us, and some of them begging to come back, and even some of them willing to take a pay cut because they realized how awesome it was to work for us. Goals I set after my big employee fallout in 2021, regular company paid outings, random acts of kindness like surprise lunches. Maybe it was a long day and I might reward them with a surprise of that 6-pack of beer at the end of the day. Stop reacting in the moment when an employee jacks up. That was a big one for me. I had a hard time separating my emotions from it. One of my something that really resonated for me from my coach Elena was to act like a surgeon. We as entrepreneurs, as owners of our businesses, our business is our baby. But as a surgeon, when they're performing their procedure, they're holding a person's life in their hands. The surgeon, even though it's a very emotional situation, has to set their emotions aside and they have to perform at an optimum level. They simply can't do that if they get bogged down from their emotions. So that has always resonated with me when I get in a moment where I'm like super heated because of an employee making a mistake. How things look now. We do weekly company cooked food for everyone, including our admin, our sales reps, our techs. We used to do tech-only Monday morning meetings, and instead, our leadership team said, hey, let's start doing something different. So what we did was we expanded our time on Mondays. We brought in the entire team every Monday. Now we cook for them every week for about 20 minutes at the beginning of the day. We'll just kind of chit-chat, small talk, and it's a way where we can start the week off strong as a team. We still have our tech conversations and our admin and sales just like sit in on it. So that's been awesome. Monthly or every other month team outings. Some people think this is excessive. I don't, because I've seen the results of what I've been able to, our team building from it. And another thing is this happens even if we don't hit our goal. 2 to 3 times a year, I'll do major outings. All expenses paid every time. Latest addition is we have a spin wheel contest for a specific thing that we're wanting to work on. One example would be like attendance. Company outings have the largest impact. And I've unbiasedly asked employees, I'm like, hey, what is the biggest thing that you feel like has an impact for you. Every single person, I ask them individually, says our company outings. And they have been regardless if we hit our monthly goal. Notice I just said that twice. That resonates and it says a message that we care for them no matter what. There's this text I wanted to share. I'll get countless texts of this. Like I'm saying, I'm not trying to toot my horn or anything, but this text says, thanks for doing that this weekend. Had a great time. And then he responds saying, absolutely, man, it really means a lot. It makes us want to work hard for you. That's an awesome text to read. Some of our 2022 outings, I'd like to share. 2 years ago, I wasn't able to say we love our team members. Today, I truly say we love each other. These out-of-the-field outings bond us together. Boat ski trip, climbing trip, our annual now fall retreat, where I'll take them in a cabin in the woods for a night, annual spring float trip, camping trip. Notice I have Josh Latimer's culture shirt on. That was unintentional. Thought that was funny. Top golf trip. Here's our biggest hoorah. Last spring, I talked to my team about our goal for the year, and we decided that we were going to do a big hoorah. And as a team, everyone thought a ski trip sounded awesome. We hit our goal. We're going to do a ski trip, so we're Colorado bound in February. Now, what I want to share with you about this is the cost of this trip is roughly $5,000 to $6,000. Doing the math, that's about 0.4% of total revenue. In the end, that is a drop in the bucket of the amount of value that those employees did throughout the year. Yeah, I might have been a driving force to get those employees to push through, sometimes long days, sometimes, we had to battle the heat of the summer. But in the end, I could not do it without my team. I want to challenge everyone in here today. Reward your team in big ways. Do the math on your revenue. What is 0.5% of year 2022? Consider starting team building activities regularly. These events create lifelong memories that they will never forget. If you want to be remembered by your employees, this is an easy way. More of the story, leave your selfish ambitions behind you. People will notice. Go into 2023 with your employees in mind. There will often be companies, maybe not, there's usually money is a hard thing to win. There's almost always a company out there that can win it. We can win in the intangibles though. Let's create a badass culture that won't be forgotten by them. It may not show right away. Give it 6 to 12 months of regular doing outings. Text me in a year if you did outings or other things that show your appreciation and didn't see culture built. And then lastly, if we have time, I'd like to share up to 5 people raising their hand on some things that I might not have mentioned that you do to show your appreciation for your team.
So one thing we do a Costco run. So we have our break rooms loaded with water, Monster, Dr. Peppers, mozzarella cheese sticks, whatever they want, snack flies to go out with during the day, and then when they come back, they can play video games and eat some snacks before they leave and go home.
Awesome. They're saying I'm out of time, but maybe one more?
Every 5-star review that we get, every team member that's on that job is $25 Amazon gift card.
Love it. Awesome. That's all.